What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Retold action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Uranus. It is the one, the only. Well, he is one puppy paw. His opponent today, in the red color, looking to retake his rank 1. I believe he actually wasn't allowed to play on ladder for the past day or two while everyone is trying to play for their seeds, because he's already got his seed locked in as rank 3 for Red Bull Warlord, but now he is allowed to play ranked, and he's going to be going for that that rank 1 yet again. He's picking the Hades. He's going to be going up against Puppy Paw. So let's take a look at these build orders that these players are going to be going for. We already see 2 villagers on wood, 0 villagers on gold here for Recon. So, wait, did I say wood? 2 villagers on gold, 0 on wood, meaning he wants to go for a very, very fast temple and classical age. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map here, Puppy Paw, 1 villager on gold, 1 villager on wood is pretty much standard. And then he's going to be attempting to get himself his own fast classical age. Now, I don't believe that Uranus needs to go for a 330. I think you can go for a 355 with Uranus and you're going to be completely fine. But you want to be putting your buildings around your gold to protect this one. Otherwise, you could get into some trouble with some early pressure. But we'll see what's going to happen here. And I think I've got an inkling of what Recon's already going to be doing here. Because guess what was boosted for Hades in the patch notes? A little something something called Cyclops. Cyclops, they only cost 150 food. Now, the 18 favor, so still fairly hefty on the favor, but only 150 food. As Recon here, he still has not built a house. And he's got 2 villagers queued up. I mean, he might be able to just go for a 345 with that villager being delayed. He can actually pre-queue the age up here if he wants as well. There's no real problems with that. House going to be coming down. It's a little bit late, but it's not going to matter because he can advance now. This is actually a really, really good build order. Wait. Recon? Advance? Okay, Recon's a terrible build order. He's going for a 4-minute advance, but his house isn't up yet. All right, take it all back. Let's take a look over here onto Puppy Paw's perspective. And Puppy Paw also advancing. And we see... I thought we were going to see some Ares shenanigans here. Da! We see Prometheus coming in. Very, very late advance time here from Puppy Paw. Now, one thing to really remember when playing Uranus is when you advance to the second age, you've got all of this extra time to get yourself something extra. And I think what you should be going for, first and foremost, is just 1 or 2 extra oracles. And we see 1 oracle down the bottom here, hiding on this position. We've got 1 oracle over here as the Kadoskopos does scout that out. And what Recon's going to do here, Recon's a smart player. He's going to send something over there. He's going to know there's an oracle there. At some point, he's going to go over and attempt to kill that. But what I love here from Puppy Paw is putting oracles close to sky passages. This is very, very fun. Okay, so he's going to be able to defend them, but also be able to move them really quickly into a different spot if necessary. As we do see the second age coming through here for Recon. Is Ajax grabbing relics at the moment? What has he picked up here? He's got himself the Pharaohs, the Dar's Scepter, which is going to make those farms just that little bit cheaper. A couple of other relics on the map. We do have here the Dwarven Horseshoes. This is going to be improving cavalry speed by 10%. On the other side of the map here, we do have Skulls of the Cercopes. I don't think that's how you say that. I don't think that's how you say that at all. But this gives you a couple of monkeys. And also over here, we've got Grugnir, Odin's Spear, or Gungnir, Odin's Spear. I'm never going to stop calling it Grugnir. Whatever. It's fine. Gives your hoplites a little bit more damage, or your infantry units a little bit more damage. But we do see Puppy Paw. He's dropped himself down a military barracks. He's got a counter barracks, or 2 counter barracks coming down. And some Prometheans have started to come through. As the Minotaur comes in, all the units here will have to retreat away. And Recon going to be able to take this out relatively quickly. But what Puppycore can do is he can convert one of these Murmillos into Hero Murmillo, jump through this, and then go after that Minotaur. But the Sky Pass is actually going to be left here for the time being, as we do see a Promethean going to be coming up onto this position to try and take out Recon. Recon's actually going for a fast second town center here in an effort to secure this hunt and also secure this goal bite. So very, very good town center here for Recon in this game. I love that decision. It's very much a adaptive decision for Recon in this game. You can't just go for a blind second town center and not look at the map. What Recon can see here is, because he sees the gold mine, because he sees the town center with a hunt, this is why it's a good town center. It's also a good forest on it as well. So this is why this one's very, very good. Whereas Puppy Paw, he's all over the map right now. Sky Pass is just coming down everywhere. Absolutely love that. We are seeing a lot of Prometheans getting built out though for Puppy Paw. He's got 32 favor in the bank, which is a perfectly fine and reasonable way to play Uranus, but what it does mean is he's not going to be able to use all of that favor on God powers, which is something that's fairly important. As the villagers here will be retreating back. A couple of villagers onto the temple as well. And a little bit of lull before the storm, as some walls going to get thrown up onto this position as well. And we'll see exactly what Recon can actually make happen here. As the villager's going to be getting sniped down over onto this position. The Terma heroes coming through. One villager will get sniped down. Nice play there. And he doesn't even lose any units. Nice snipe underneath that. The Sentinels plus the Town Center are not going to be much there at all. As all these walls coming up. I absolutely love these walls. But what's Recon doing? I don't think he's got no military buildings down at the moment. None at all. So these units of Puppy Paw will be able to run amok in Recon's base. And I love all of these. Terma, super speedy, going to be going after that Minotaur there. That expensive Minotaur, 180 gold now for this bad boy, plus 15 favor. That is an expensive unit now. As the Terma will be able to snipe that one off from distance. And the army going to be able to come through, take down all of those monkeys. But these are just free units. They're going to come back in a short amount of time. So you have to be a little bit careful with that one. As Puppy Paw now going to be going after the villagers onto the back here. Achilles is out to try and take out those Prometheans and the Promethean offsprings. More units going to be coming in. There is access to Shockwave onto this position if he wants to use it. As Restoration going to be getting dropped down by Recon to keep his heroes in shape here, in full working condition. But more units are coming through for Puppy Paw. He's putting his foot on the pedal and saying, I'm not going to slow down here. We're going to get a lot of damage done as fast as he possibly can. He's also going to be looking for that heroic gauge behind this as well. Does he have a marker or an armory? He does have an armory, so he's definitely wanting to go to the heroic gauge here. But it looks to me like Recon, he's going to be able to defend himself very, very simply here. Heroic gauge is now available for Puppy Paw, and he is going to be probably choosing Hyperion. So there's the Hyperion, and we'll see what Puppy Paw can make happen in this game going with a Heroic Age timing attack. The problem here for Recon is he's got to defend against this, but the big secret here to defending against a one town center timing attack is sniffing it out, stopping military, and going for your own Heroic Age. Because if Recon can get to the Heroic Age here, he's going to have Curse to defend the gold. He'll have that Nemean line. He'll have that Chiron as well to be able to defend it. But if he stays in the Classical Age and just keeps pumping out military, it gets a little bit more tricky to make these sorts of defenses kind of happen. So I will see how it's all going to go. It's going to be a challenging one here for Recon. But the bigger challenge in a way is on Puppy Paw to convert here on a big, nice attack. And at the moment, when you go to the next stage, you've only got 3 military barracks down. You might want to get a few more up just so you can pump out Contarius or Arcus en masse with all the resources you got in the bank. But at the moment, it looks like Puppy Paw is putting a lot of villagers onto gold. A lot of villagers on wood as well to pump out a whole bunch of satyr. Those satyr are very, very strong. And one thing that I like that Recon's doing at the moment, yeah, he's going for it. He's sniffed this out. He knows exactly what's coming. This is a perfect response from Recon. And it looks like he's also kind of, I would say he's being a little bit, he's playing a little bit with fire here by going through Apollo. Yes, you get Manticore, but you don't get that curse. You don't get those Nemean lions, and it's a little bit more dangerous to do this. But what he does get is Underworld, so he can move from this position up to this position if he wants. But Poppy War has obviously got those sky passages, so he can get around as well. As the Achilles here going to be retreating back, we do see that Gungnir Odin Spear does get grabbed. Very, very good relic there to help out the hoplites that he's got. But more importantly, in that heroic age, he's going to be able to have Myrmidon, Peltast, Prodromus, not Myrmidon, Hypaspist. We'll see how things are going to go. As Puppy Paw, what's he making? He's making a lot of those satyr. He's getting out that Gemini upgrade as well. We're seeing some hero oracles being trained to boot. Hero oracles are kind of not what, I mean, yes, they do give a boost to your favor gather rate, but what you really want is just to spend that. The resources are the same cost as another oracle. You get more favor out of another oracle. So really the only reason to get yourself a hero oracle is when you're already at 10, or you really want that oracle to do something with that heroization. At the moment, Recon's army very, very strong here. As a little bit of that special attack comes through. But Recon sees the army and is like, mate, I can just come and kill you. And he's not wrong. There is going to be a chaos available. But look at what Recon's doing. He goes into spread formation here. He's even going to split his army up into two so he can kind of come in and fight this one. As the Satyr, there's just not enough units here. He drops that chaos in. Satyr going to be able to take out a huge amount of that those numbers there with that special attack. Population differential is still in favor of Recon, but the military value here is in favor of Puppy Paw, as the Ajax going to be chasing down those Satyr there. The hoplites come in with heavy hoplites, so those are very, very strong. But those Satyr are cleaning house right now on the hoplites. So the hoplites are just diving through, but still, Ajax is in. We do see a cheeky little Valor there, as all of those Satyrs have now been cleaned up, and we're also seeing another Achilles coming out. Chiron also queued up in the town center there to boot, as the Satyr is going to try and trade off for that enemy Manticore there, but it looks like Recon has well and truly defended. He's got 2 town centers. He's got the villager lead in a big way. He's got tons of food in the bank to start up whatever he wants at the moment. He can sell some of that for gold if he needs to, but Recon is in a commanding position, as the Satyr, they're still getting great trades, so you really, really need your heroes out. Otherwise, those Satyr are going to be a mission to deal with. As look at the amount of oracles here that Poppy Paw's got. He's got so many of them out. He knows how important these Satyr are going to be. You do have to make sure that your oracles are not overlapping each other, as we do have those moving away now. And a whole bunch more of those Momillo are going to be coming out. One unit that works, one really good unit composition that works with Atlantean against Greek is Mass Arcus Satyr. Reason for the Arcus isn't necessarily kill off any of the human units, but when you get ballistics, you can snipe down those heroes really, really quickly, and the Satyr are going to be able to kill off everything else. It's a really, really big deal to be doing that sort of stuff, making sure you can take out those units. With the Momillo, you can kind of do the same thing, where they have to get a little bit more up in the grill of the heroes, and it can be a little bit more challenging. As Puppy Paw, I mean, he knows he's on a timer, but I think he's more on a timer now than ever, because you're down a town center, and Recon's going to be 100 vills very, very shortly in this game. As the farm's going to be coming up. How are the economic upgrades looking? No plow just yet. I imagine that's going to be getting queued up fairly shortly. Recon on the other side of the map here, though. He's got himself bowsaw, pickaxe, plow, getting himself a 3rd town center to boot. I mean, a fortress. He's got a fortress. He could have gone. Oh, he's already going Mythic Age as well. What is this? Hephaestus? I mean, I wouldn't call it troll. It's like a little bit too safe here now. He went for Apollo, which I thought was a little bit risky. And now he goes through Hephaestus, which I think is too safe. He could just Earthquake Puppy Paw's base here and just end the game in an instant. As the units for Puppy Paw going to be moving up to the top side. Kind of a little bit of a blind raid up here. This is one of those things you kind of can't get away with in Age of Mythology Retold. It's just moving your units around kind of randomly like this. You can definitely get caught out and lose a lot of them very, very quickly. So what as a better move is to just send a couple of units, a handful up there to just check and get some early raids in, while the rest of your units are kind of sitting, trying to get some damage elsewhere and just having some good fights. As Puppy Paw going to be retreating back. As the Satyr does turn around, going to start taking this fight here. Those Satyr, there's so many of them, but Chiron is in. Look at the damage Chiron's going to be doing, though. Nope, never mind. He doesn't do anything. He is blind. He's blind and drunk at the same time. Don't ask me how he managed that one. I think that's where the term blind drunk came from. It's just Chiron. Okay, fantastic. All right, Puppy Paw going to be making maybe one last ditch effort here. Recon just knows he just has to sit back and wait. He knows that there's no need to overcommit here because he's got the stronger army. He's got... Look at the control here from Recon. He's just spreading his units out beautifully here to play around Shockwave. Plenty of ult gets dropped down. He gets himself Forge of Olympus. And he's going to be able to get all of these army upgrades out very, very quickly here. As a huge Chaos does end up getting dropped down. It hits every single one of those units there. And Recon going to have to retreat back ever so slightly. But I think now he can actually take a fight completely fine. Look at how sick this micro is from Recon. He's actually controlling 3 different groups of units in this fight. As the Colossus is going to be coming through. Hero is going to be charging in after those Satyr. Puppy Paw going to try and micro these as best as he possibly can. As the Achilles coming through to start slapping down the Satyr on the back. As we've also got Perseus. This is such a disgusting hero. It does so much damage. And we're not going to be able to see it there. As Puppy Paw does push in. And he does get... Puppy Paw does decide to tap out there. Recon pushes in. And that's the game. I mean, Puppy Paw went for a 1 town center all in here against this 2 town center of Recon. I mean... I do think that Uranus can make this happen, but this map was just so perfect for Recon. He has this back gold mine here behind all these forests. He had a perfect food behind his town center over here. And I think the only real option that Puppy already had was his own second town center, especially going Prometheus here. Maybe if Puppy Paw had scattered a little bit better, he could have decided to go through Oceanus, and that would put some big pressure onto the town center to deny that with Carnivora. But in the end here, I think Recon, he's just showing that he is a guy to be watching out for in the qualifiers. He's going to be a very big nuisance for a lot of different players. There's a reason he is very highly seeded. But really well played here from Recon. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.